Okay, I know I look a little rough. Of course right now the wind starts blowing when I come out here. It's supposed to be like 90 degrees today, and we might end up getting some huge thunderstorms tomorrow. So I wanted to film this now before everything becomes busted, so at least I'll have memories of a nice garden. Cause last year when I did, I can't remember what my last video was, but I think it might have been the ones where I made pickles from our cucumbers. We had a massive storm after where it knocked our power out for like 4 days, and it destroyed my cucumber vines. Like they got ripped out of the ground because I have them on like a, which isn't in this video, I have them on this like triangle mesh netting thing. Not mesh, it's just like a net. It's big holes in the net so that the cucumbers can fall through as they grow. But I didn't even put that out yet, so you won't be able to see it. But if you go back to my video from last year about my garden tour, you'll see. Because I did it all kind of ahead of time. This year I held off on putting stuff out just because I didn't want it to pull anything over. And I'm kind of glad that hopefully we don't get a lot of storms like this year. Oh man, it's bright. I'm not great at adjusting lighting stuff, or even really being able to see in my screen very well because it's so bright. But I'm just going to start on our back deck real quick. This is my lonely strawberries. I think I showed last year and probably the year before where I planted them in the raised bed, and I decided to rip them out. The plant itself looked really healthy, but it didn't yield like a ton of strawberries, although I've read that it probably takes more time. But I only have 2 raised beds. They took up a lot of space, and the crows and the rabbits were eating so many of them that we were not getting very many. We probably got 10 the entire year. It just wasn't worth it to have it take up that much space in my raised bed and not get very many strawberries. So I saved one of the big healthy looking ones, and I just have it on a pot on our back deck, and I've seen where they like vine over. I don't know if this is a variety that we'll see what happens. And then I just have this one little lonely flower pot back here, which has those like small looking petunias that like deadhead themselves or whatever you call it. But now I'm gonna go out front and show you what I have out front. Okay, since I started with flowers, I'm just gonna kind of show flowers. I have another one of those, I can't remember what they're called. It starts with a C, I'm pretty sure, but it's like a variety of petunia or small petunia that you don't have to like pull the deadheads off. I kind of do anyways because I can't help myself, but I have that in a pot. And then I have actual petunias, which I didn't even know the colors, but these are purple, and I'm pretty sure the one on the other side is pink. When I got them on Mother's Day, they were not doing so hot, and they didn't have very many flats of petunias that even had colors for me to choose, so I just grabbed some and hoped for the best. So then I have these, which are like a variety of alyssum. I can't remember the actual name, but they smell like honey, and they're really pretty. And you'll see I have a couple of those and more petunias.
I like surrounding.
What?
Yeah, he's like surrounding.
Oh yeah, that's funny. And then on this side, I have more petunias and more of that white alyssum, which is really coming over the pot so pretty. It's so nice, and it smells so strong. I think that's obviously pink and purple, and there might be another color back there, but we'll see. And then I cannot for the life of me remember what this is right now. I'll probably think of it randomly later, but I get it almost every year. In my screen it's coming off purple, but it's more of a blue. And then there's a pink petunia in there. Also, all of these I planted myself, obviously. The only one I brought like pre-put together was this guy here. And that's got, my kids say they look like space petunias. They're purple with like yellow spots in them. I thought they're so pretty. And then that little streak of those red, orangey, whatever. So then in my like, that looks so cool, Wade. You're doing such a good job. That's beautiful artwork.
He has a mini.
So then I have like this inside garden bed area that has like all of my regular, we're doing chalk out here. It has all of my like, you know, perennials. Yeah, right? Yeah, perennial plants, which I probably need to go through and weed a little bit since the last time I did it. But we have like the big daylilies, and then those are lilies too, the little spiky ones here. I can't remember what they're called, but I think these are dark red, these are orange, and that is yellow. And then this year I got basil because I grow a lot of tomatoes and I thought it would be really cool to have fresh basil to make both pesto and bruschetta. Then these are the hanging baskets I put together, which has more of that same alyssum that I bought at the same time, but there was light purple and dark purple in with it, and then the white. And then I added, you know what, I actually don't love marigolds because I find they really do attract a lot of bees and they stink, but the pop of yellow is pretty with, unfortunately, I got a lot of purple, which I don't love purple, but they are pretty, so it'll look nice. So then this one I put 2 of the alyssum, this one I just did 1 with petunias, and I did 1 of the dark purple with petunias and a marigold. And then I have the rest of these plants, all of the lilies, and I have no idea what these are, but they have these little tiny, let's see, flower buds, and they don't flower all over, just, let's see if I can get this to focus. Just these little things, they're so pretty. It's really spiky, it's an extremely spiky bush, but I like it. I like that it brings a different color. And then these shrubs, which I need to figure out. I have no idea how one trims a shrub. This is just our rain barrel, and I just have it flow into the end of the garden because it gets a little dry down there, so I try to just direct the water there all the time. And I have the rest of the lilies and a rhubarb. And then on the outside I just have a mixture of these like yellow frill lilies and these like black-eyed Susans, which I'm not sure that they are actually called black-eyed Susans, but that is what they appear to be. They're just really large. And then I have this one pot in the corner on the outside of my garden, and it is a pepper plant, but it's the tiny ones, the little lunchbox ones, so I put those there, which will get a cage. And these are my vegetable beds. So I have zucchini, which it just said it was like that elite zucchini, which I think is just like regular ass zucchini. And then I have a jalapeno, 2 bell peppers, and that is the Boston pickling cucumbers, since we love cucumbers. And then I added the rest of the marigolds because I was told that they do deter the bugs that go on, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's basically the variety of vegetables like cucumbers, zucchini, so, and it does seem to help from what I can tell, or we've been coincidentally not getting them since I planted the marigolds, I don't know, but also marigolds encourage pollinators, so I have them in both boxes. I don't mind them over here because the bees can be over here, I want them here, I just don't want them by the porch, but, and they're pretty. So on this side I have just a regular Bonnie original. I got them when they were quite small, so now they've grown up a lot and have a couple flowers on them. This one is a bigger variety. I've never bought this one, I just went for it because I like to try different stuff out. The little marigolds. This is another of the pickling cucumbers. I decided not to get any of like the English cucumbers or things to eat because we just didn't use them enough, and everyone enjoys the pickles more than just eating the cucumbers. So, and my last vegetable is a cherry tomato, and it's grown up a lot too. So on these two, like our regular sized tomatoes, I have these giant cages that are really tall. So if the plants get really big, I'm gonna put those on. I have the 2 cucumbers right across from each other because I'll put like the big, like triangular netting thing, whatever, I don't even know what it's called, tower for the vines to climb. I like train them, like I kind of hook them around the netting, and I'm gonna do the same thing with this, and that's why I put it here, is I'm gonna try and put it on the edge because these do tend to climb also, like cherry tomatoes. Not all of them, but a lot of them do that I found. So I'm gonna try and hook them on the edge. Plus I will probably add a cage to it by itself, but we'll see. So yeah, those are my 2 raised beds. In the past, because like my strawberries took up almost 2/3 of this box, I ended up digging out this spot here to put tomatoes. They did really good the first year, but last year they didn't. So I just let it grow back over and not plant anything there. So yes. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too much of an old lady vibe video, but I really enjoy gardening in the summer. And we've had some pretty crazy storms, and that's why there's no cages on my vegetables right now. Alright, so yeah, there's supposed to be a big storm tonight or tomorrow, whatever. So I've still kind of held off on putting any cages or the whatever the cucumber tower thing is on the garden, because last year when we had the huge storm, I mean, it could happen over the summer still, but last year I had trained them on there, and we had gotten like one batch of pickles. We got a huge storm and it tore the whole thing. It was like out in the yard with the cucumber vines still attached to it, so obviously they were done. We didn't get any more. I actually tried to replant them, but it was a lost cause, along with some other stuff like my zucchini. So it was a super big bummer, and I'm hoping this year that doesn't happen, but I've really held off on caging them until they need it. Although the circular cages, they'd probably be fine on those, so I probably will put those on the tomatoes soon because they're getting big. But yeah, so that's everything. Also, I'm going to be hopefully losing all of this soon. This is like my before. My super long gray roots that I'm going to hopefully have fixed very soon here. So next video, I might look different. For how long, who knows, because I wait forever. It's been like almost a year since the last time I got my hair done because I'm pretty low maintenance. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my fun gardening video. If you could please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my page. I'm hoping to make a lot more content. Thanks so much for watching. I hope everyone is having a lovely spring. Bye.